we go. Late Night Enforcers, episode 31. Welcome to the sterilized event. We're here with Ryan, who just recently had his testicles removed and flung across the prairie. Ryan, how does it feel to have your fucking manhood just ripped right the fuck out of you?
That's it. Yep. That's it right there. That's it.
Sorry, man. I literally had...
I figured we were going to talk about it tonight, so yeah. All good, man.
I had nothing. It's been a little while, so I figured, why don't we just come out of the gate with the guns blazing?
Well, see, normally you'd think he got his balls snipped. His voice should be higher, right? And now, I kind of sounded like a man.
What the audience doesn't see is slightly off camera. He's using one of those compressed air cans because that weird thing there does that anti-helium where it makes your voice just a little bit lower. And so every now and then he leans over and just get a little hit.
No, honestly, I'm glad it's finally done. I originally wanted to get this done in December. But Christmas, everything else, and come to find out, the vasectomy surgery actually goes against your deductible. And even though you have a kid within the year, that doesn't touch my part of the deductible, even on the family plan. So it was going to be all out of pocket, and it was going to be like $400 or $500. So around Christmas, also the doctor took all of December off. Apparently,
fucking hell. This is what I get for not going to school for 18 years, trying to fucking learn how to stick my fingers in people's assholes.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah, God damn.
Yeah.
Mr. Calling.
Sheesh. Yep. So yeah, he took all of December. He took all of December off, and then he was obviously booked all of January. And I was originally supposed to have it done on the 22nd of February, but they called me and said he's going to be out of the office that day. Can you reschedule, please? Fine. So pushed it to the 27th. Pro tip for anybody considering doing the snippy vasectomy. One, if you're not going to have any more kids, whether you're married, not married, doesn't matter. If you're not planning on having any more kids, just fucking do it. Don't be a little bitch. Just fucking do it. There's no point to not do it at that point if you know you don't want any more kids. Number B. We're going to do it that way. If you metabolize numbing agent fast at the dentist, tell your urologist that. Do that. I felt the left side.
Oh.
That's the reaction I was going for. Right
All right.
Yeah.
So now that we're here on the Late Night Enforcers Snip It and Clip It show. Tifa doesn't like that. I start making that voice and she got up and she started walking over here like, what the fuck, bitch? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, she almost had a similar surgery, right?
Oh, Jesus. I don't think I'll into it too bad, but I'm not good when it comes to wounds or anything like that. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know how many of you know, whatever you guys know. Excuse me real fast while I turn that off.
You're an important man. You have to have notifications on.
So about 2 weeks ago, actually, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I came home from work and my dog, Tifa, had been fucking with her cage, making it look like she was trying to get out a lot lately. And so she had, on this Saturday, she had actually broken a bar free so that it was sticking out. Well, not sticking out. When she broke it, she jutted it to the side. And then from what I could tell is she stuck her foot through there, and then it grabbed just the one little piece that was sharp on that and just lacerated her leg. Like we're talking like quite a ways down. Like so much so that when I got home and found her, there was a puddle of blood next to her cage. And when I moved it, you could see like how my fingers are. You could see inside and moving around. I don't do well with that stuff. Like when it's on a movie, that's fine. But I can't watch films of surgeries, but this is one of those like moments where like basically like somebody else inside my head took over and they're like, this is a fucked up situation. We got to get going to the hospital. Let's go now. Fucking vomit later.
Well, I mean, I'm honestly glad she's okay because you have no idea when that happened during the day, right? Because you were at work. So, glad she's alive because that would have sucked.
Yeah, and at least she didn't hit a major artery because that would have been it. But don't fucking lick it, please. Thank you. So she just got her Kona off.
Kona shame.
The Kona shame, and it was funny too because I was sitting in the vet's office waiting to go in to get the stitches removed so that I could take the Kona off of her, and everybody's kind of like, oh, Kona shame, and I'm kind of like, shut the fuck up. But I didn't say that because you guys know me. I'm not the confrontational type. I was like, yeah, she really hurt herself pretty bad. She's got it. So I made sure that when we got the stitches out, I was like, okay, we're taking this cone off in here. So we go walking out into the lobby because that's the only way out of this fucking place because it's a little shack over here off of 380. We go walking out and I lift that goddamn cone up like I'm the Rock hoisting the WWE belt like, motherfuckers!
Were you super proud of yourself? Did you win the cage match?
I did. Well, actually, no. I think the cage won the cage match.
Technically, I would say that Tifa won the cage match because she didn't die.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. But I paid a fuck ton of money to make sure she didn't die. So the cage won the cage match, all right?
All right, then.
Luckily enough, a big-ass bonus came through.
Woohoo! Yay for being good at your job.
Hey, you didn't want the bonus.
No, I didn't.
You drinking Miller Lite?
Yeah. You think I'm some hoity-toity
right?
Fucking, I mean, I don't know. When we started this 31 episodes ago, you were a fucking sips tea craft beer drink.
Connoisseur.
Well, yeah, I still am. I still like the. Would you fucking stop? I'm on the thing. So it's more one of these things where because I have to work tomorrow, I'm not going to drink a really heavy beer, but I wanted a beer, so I always keep shit beer in the back of the fridge, and that's one of them.
Always good.
And I've got like a fuck ton of whiskey out there, and if I start drinking that shit, tomorrow will fucking suck, and I still have a job to do.
Your turpentine is so good.
Yeah, it's this is the black bourbon moonshine that I had, the Stillhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some in here, and I've got a fresh can inside.
Oh, nice.
Because I thought I was way less than I had, and then I picked up some old. This was on sale. Some old smoky orange moonshine just to try it out, and it, surprisingly enough, it's really good, and it mixes with my normal drink pretty well. So.
Oh, nice. Bonus.
What's your normal drink? Do not tell me that you're mixing moonshine and fucking Monster.
No, I'm every now and again I might chase it, but I don't mix drink it.
All right.
I'll take a shot and I'll take a swig, and like you don't really tell the difference except one just doesn't have booze. What about you, hater? What do you got? What are you sipping on?
Well, the nice and famous.
We're still drinking that. Damn.
We are nursing that.
They had some good jalapeno and pepper booze at this liquor store that's by my house. I'm gonna have to grab some time. I thought the black bourbon with the coffee stuff would have been a lot more punch.
Yeah.
It's not. There we go. There it is. There it is. Ooh, it must have been a day. that didn't even fucking taste it, man.
I love that fucking.
Ooh.
Bam.
And this one is not. This is not cold. This is room temperature.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, see, that's how you're supposed to. It's not fucking
That's vodka, right?
Chihuahua. No, that's moonshine.
This moonshine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't see. Like the camera on my side is cut off, so I just knew it was the jalapeno thing. I just forgot it was moonshine. Okay, yeah. Whew. All right, so we got a whole bunch of fucking shit to talk about. Lots of games, right, have come out over the past couple of weeks, and more are coming.
Yes.
Specifically, one of our favorites dropped today that we've been waiting a long time for, and then we have another one next week. And I think my last game on my pre-order set is like either the week after that or 2 weeks after.
Oh, What game is
So,
that?
Seiko or Sekio, I think.
Oh, Shadows Die Twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I didn't know this, but apparently the more you die in that game, the more it affects the NPCs in the game and affects the actual story.
Oh, as long as there's no trees or trains, you're good.
True.
Rocks.
Oh.
There's actually a lot
there's
of
tons of rocks.
there's a lot of trees. I watched a video where he's using grappling hook and he's using all Ninja Spider-Man type moves through all that shit.
It looks very Assassin's Creed-esque with climbing on top of roofs and shit, but then with like grappling places, it looks fun. So
Did you ever play the? I'm probably gonna say this wrong. It was like Tenchu.
Tenchu.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about this before. That's what the dude at GameStop said, but no, like I never had. So
Yeah, because that's immediately what I thought of when they started showing that. Until they showed the fucking Devil Bringer fucking arm that he's got.
yeah, that's gonna be fun. But so first on the list that I want to like get out of the way so I can let my voice recoup while you guys discuss the biggin.
Was it Ninja Pirate Aliens?
Yeah.
Yes, Ninja Pirate Xeno Alien Force Verse.
Yeah.
Also known as Jump Force. So I know you have this, Fiend.
Yeah.
You haven't played too much into it.
No.
I've played it. I've got it on both. Did the stream the day it dropped. Gave away 2 copies. Big ups to Auto Exec and Slyheart25 for winning those copies. Hope you are enjoying them, as I know you've received them. BT Dubs, if you want to hit me up and you want to lose a battle, just drop me in.
Let me make sure that I got Alita's play style to the point where I want it, and possibly get far enough to where I could get some metal looking arms, and then I will be more than happy to jump on your stream and patone your ass.
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that. And you know what? We won't have Hanzo because he doesn't have this on Xbox.
What did I just?
Which I've been sparring against him in PlayStation, and we're about evenly matched.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll go fight for fight, and sometimes he takes the 5th one, sometimes I take the 5th one. So it's kind of like it's interesting. So to give my quick review on it, the story is a direct. Okay, the game first of all is basically an up-res Xenoverse, right? I really like the art style, save the fact that the faces on the characters in the game are way too static.
Agreed.
I don't like that they don't talk a whole lot. It's still just a read text game, which it's a Bandai game. Shocker. Big shocker. The fighting inputs and all of the special moves, direct ripoff of Xenoverse. That's all it is. There's literally no difference except for how the characters kind of flow, but your inputs are all the same, which is fine. I didn't hate it in Xenoverse. It's just different to get used to. It's an arena fighter. That's how it works. The story blows. The story fucking sucks. It's a direct ripoff. It's a direct ripoff of Xenoverse. Like they just copied it, changed a couple of names, and they're still operating off the same premise. So I don't play it for the story. I only do the story to get gold to upgrade how my characters look. I like that you can create multiple avatar characters for yourself, and they all share the same gold. So keep that in mind. If you're going to stray away from just having your Alita character and you want to like create another one just to have another one, if you want to have a dude character, it's going to operate under the same gold premise and same storyline progression as your original.
So I don't start all the way over again. It's going to pick up from where the other one was.
Yeah. So the story is basically assigned to your Xbox Live ID. Yeah,
Okay.
it's assigned to your account. Your character, your individual CAC, your custom anime character doesn't change your progression of the story. Because I created one on the PlayStation for the kiddo because she really likes playing it, and I let her create her own character.
Yeah.
So she's got a girl with cat ears, and it looks like a freaking Weibo created the damn character. Is what it looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. What are your impressions of it from what you think?
So I have to agree with you. The character design on some of these people look really, really bad. Like their shoulders are just really big, or it seems like it's bad. I'm not wearing a white shirt, so it's really hard to tell. But it looks like they're holding their shoulders up really high, like
Trunks is like that, dude. Trunks is all like,
yeah. Well, now here's the other thing. Who's the main fucking guy? The bald dude.
Dr. Glover.
Is that his fucking name?
Yeah.
So I can't help, and if you don't see this now, you're gonna see it the next time you play the game. I can't help but think that his neck, let's say this is his torso, right? Let's turn him this way. I can't help but think that his neck goes back like this because his head comes down like this. Like if you look at it, he looks like he's putting his head out like this. Like I can't even you can't even. Yeah, I mean, shit. But I agree with you. The story is kind of.
I don't like Luffy's face.
He's always fucking smiling. Yeah, dude. He looks like he's gonna rape me. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's so bad. So, have you found any individual characters that you like playing with that you've messed around with, or have you not worked through the roster at all?
I haven't really.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm sitting there with my son while he's playing through it. So I mean, he's gotten to the point where I think he fought against Yu-Gi-Oh, or he fought with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is a solid because his ultimate is pretty big. Same thing with Naruto. His ultimate's pretty big because he brings out the giant fox. And I'd have to say, so if you go up against anybody, like if you end up doing ranked matches or even regular matches, like not against me or anybody, you go up against somebody who's playing against as Aizen.
Which one's Aizen?
He's a Bleach character. He's one of the main final bad guys in the actual anime. One of the final ones.
Like the
but he's got the eye patch. Okay. Which I don't like that character design. That's not what he looked like in the damn show or even in the manga until way later, I guess. But he's got an ultimate move that takes up the entire stage. He's basically throwing an incantation of Keto where if he runs through it all and you don't break him out of the incantation, it covers the entire stage in a black box of gravity and a wipe. It's like an insta kill. It's broken as fuck. But here's the thing: you can get around behind him and fucking kick him in the ass, and it takes him right out of it. People don't realize that. They come at him from the side or from the front, and he's got like a wall in front of him, and like people are like, "Oh, I can't get to him. This is bullshit. This is broken. This is stupid." Kick him in the ass. I figured that out the first time, or like the second time Hanzo tried to do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I did it to him, he was like, "What?"
All right, this is not an unstoppable fucking god move. Jeez, I mean, come on, Bandai. I need this. This isn't true to manga form. He should be able to fuck shit, you know. I'm actually. All right, hang on. I'll give him a second.
You nailed that.
He fucking did.
Look, when you're that guy, I mean, you can't really make it out, but that's my Alita figure set back here. So ever since that movie came out, there's merchandise for it. So I got all sorts of shit coming into the man cave. So yeah, I know what a Weibo is and all that shit. And they sound exactly. I used to kick them out of Bookstop because they would sit on the manga aisle and just fucking read it. And I'd be like, not a library. Get the fuck out of here. Either buy it or go.
Yep.
What the fuck was I saying? The other thing that really kind of pisses me off is that they didn't go full Jump. Like, there's a lot of series that were in the Jump Shonen magazine that are not represented inside this game. One of which is D. Grayman.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest with you right now, I can't remember the fucking main character's name. I want to say his name's Alan. Something along those lines. He would be fucking badass in this. Now, granted, one of the last forms I saw him having in that anime, he has like this giant metallic fucking like snaky arm thing. Yeah, it would be cheap as fuck, but I mean, if you make him kind of go through transformations to get to it, then that's fine. But we want to focus on the ones that sell, like JoJo. Everyone's favorite Yu Yu Hakusho. That one that everybody remembers, City Hunter, because that's well known in today's day and age. Um, what the fuck was another one? Oh, what, Hunter Cross Hunter is the proper term for it?
No, it's just Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, we've got what, 2 characters from Hunter x Hunter in there, or 3?
They've got 4.
Okay, I know you've got.
Yeah, so they've got Gon, Killua, Hisako, and I can't remember the other dude's name with the chains. He wears a blue suit, blonde hair. He's got Nen chains. I can't even remember his name until I see him in the fucking roster, or I watch the episode where he wrecked a dude with him. But yeah, they've got four characters from that show.
Which is not, as far as I'm aware, is not such a big show as Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball.
It's not. It's a really good show. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking outstanding. But it wasn't as big of a seller because it stopped, right? Like it didn't continue. Character design issues. Goku's hands are way too fucking big.
Oh, hold on. Hold on one second, because I'm making Alita. Let's just kind of go back to that. I'm going to put my waifu in this damn game. And I did a female body and made it as small as possible, right? Well, the hand sizes are the hand sizes. So her wrists and arms got smaller, but her hands stayed the same. So
her hands could fucking palm a basketball.
Yeah, she's this tiny little girl with Shaquille O'Neal hands. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, she looks like a gray alien from fucking Signs. Who's all like trying to grab that shit.
Did you give her the big old eyes and stuff too?
I gave her as big eyes as I could.
Yeah. Good.
I'll stream it sometime. Well,
yeah. We'll play and it'll be good.
You'll get a good look at her.
Yeah. All in all, I would rate that game probably a 6 out of 10 in terms of overall ratings. I still have fun with it. I still love playing it, having fun with it, having fun teaching the kid. Like, it's a fun game to play. So that's why it at least gets a 6. But the fact that the story blows, and like a little bit of the art style kind of bugs me, I'll take it 4 points down.
The other thing that really pissed me off, I'm not that far into it. I mean, I think I unlocked Vegeta. So I'm like 2, maybe 3 missions into the game. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not very far. Like, I watched my son play more of it than me, because it's one of these things where I'm watching him play it, then I'm playing it. And it's like, I'm not bothering to read it while it's on his screen, which I probably should start doing that so that I could just fucking button mash through the rest of it. But I could probably just button mash through it anyway. It doesn't matter.
I do it. That's what I do.
And so it's what the fuck was I? God damn it! I lost my train of thought. Oh, in the opening CGI cinematic, when Goku goes all Super Saiyan, it looks like he's got like Super Saiyan hair woven into his clothes, or he's wearing like some fucking Billy Joel sequenced suit that he's radiating some type of light, and it's just fucking all over him. It's difficult to look at. Frieza looks like a fucking furry, okay? Yeah, granted, there's no fur there, but it looks like somebody just wearing like a rubber suit.
A Frieza costume?
Yeah, and go back and watch it. Like, I don't know.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. The game is very heavy in particle effects, right? It's very pretty.
Yeah.
It's very visual, flashy, and it's what they wanted to do. They did a great job with that. I do think they kind of went a little bit heavy on the renders for Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue. So if you get to the part where if you're playing and you hit Vegeta or Goku's max awakening, they'll go blue.
Uh-huh.
It's just the same. Like, they just changed the color to blue.
Oh.
So like the rendering is very sharp on the colors, very bright and not smooth, right? So that's why you see it in the clothes a whole lot. Is because what they did is they took what their aura was and they put it around their body, and they just basically did paint it on their clothes.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right.
I honestly haven't given enough time to the game. If I had to like gun to head right now rate it, it would have a 4. Just
I'd
because
say
I
that's
mean
fair. I'd say that's fair.
it's just literally. And one thing that we didn't touch on that I'm going to go ahead and say right here, it's fight, wait through a loading screen, story, wait through a loading screen, go to the open hub,
Go to the
whatever
tower.
the Hubbard Tower, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the place where you can see other avatars.
I
This
call them
shit
all towers now.
drives me up a fucking wall. You walk up to the shop and you hit shop, and in the bottom of the corner you see the loading icon. And then it brings up a little menu still on that same fucking screen. It's like, are you fucking serious? You can't backload half of this while I'm walking closer to it?
And then, or like, so if you go to change stuff on your avatar, right? How you go in, loading, update it, and then it's got to reload the entire fucking game again. Like, yeah, it's a game of loading screens. You're 100% correct. This game is very enjoyable for the people who like the animes that are represented within the game.
Yeah. Well, and it's also one of those things where if you want just a giant circle jerk where you get to beat the shit out of all these other people,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much all it is.
Goku
It's like,
would kick the crap out of Deku. Yeah, let's load up Jump Force and see, motherfucker.
yeah, no, Goku would kick the shit out of Deku.
Deku's fucking shit.
He just, bink. Wait, and that's the other shit that drives me up a wall is how many fucking Gokus, Dekus, and Luffy's I've seen in the fucking lobby. It's like, guys, they're already here. Make your own. This is like a blank sheet in a coloring book. Fucking draw your own thing. Don't copy the pages before it.
My PlayStation dude, before I changed it to look like the Ichigo Mugetsu costume, was like a Final Fantasy Naruto mix.
See, and I've seen one Cloud and I've seen one Tifa, and the Tifa that was in there was fucking spot on, dude. I thought it was amazing. And I guess the person that was playing it, let's just I'm gonna assume genders of the person playing it. Whatever, fuck it, I don't care. The person playing it must have had the emote that will just have them sitting there throwing punches, and basically just walked her over into the corner and left her just sitting there going like this. So I was like, yeah. So I like stood there with Alita for a good solid 2 minutes, just going, hi, hi. And I love the vehicles. I fucking love the dumbass fucking vehicles that pop up, and you
can ride a damn boat everywhere.
Your person is just like sitting there so staunch and shit. And it's just like it's like it makes me think of the fucking Jetsons, like, because I did end up pre-ordering it because I wanted to make sure it was here in time for my son to mess around with it on release date. Ironically enough, he didn't fuck with it that entire weekend. It wasn't until the next weekend that he came over that we messed with it. But it was one of these things where I got the Frieza pod as a vehicle that you could use in the hub, and every time it loads up and you start moving around, all I could hear is that.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think that probably covers us for Jump Force. Biggest thing I think we're going to end up talking about tonight is Anthem. And it's really shitty publicity and y'all's actual individual experience with the game. I've got roughly 30 minutes to maybe an hour of experience with the beta before it dropped. I haven't bought it. I figured I'd wait until a whole bunch of things get worked through and fixed on it and let you backpack me through, this version of Destiny versus the other versions of Destiny that I've pulled you through. So what have y'all's experiences been with Anthem? What have you liked? What have you not liked?
Before we get too far into that, I want to make sure that we're totally clear and understanding that Ian did not purchase the game. Ian got a 10-hour trial because he's subscribed to this EA Access nonsense, okay? And I've used up about 6.5 hours of it doing my stream. What did you wait? Yeah, you purchased it. We're going to get to you in a second. And so you got to understand, with everything that I say here, it's kind of a grain of salt because I didn't drop $60 on this. I spend $30 a year to have access to this thing, primarily for when these kind of games come out so that I can try them out. Now, going off of the last game, let's get it out of the way. I don't know if Patrick is seeing this, but the loading times in this fucking game is dumbass long. Like stupid long. To the point where when I took the day off the other day to get some time in before Devil May Cry 5 came out, I actually have like one of these like pedal systems. It's just basically some pedals that are on like a little thing that keeps it raised up. I actually put that in front of my chair and told my chat that every time we hit a loading screen, I'm just going to sit there and pedal the entire damn time. So it would come to the point where the game would come back and I'd be out of breath because I've been pedaling for so goddamn long.
Is that because of how long you've been pedaling, or because you're out of shape?
I'm out of shape. Go fuck yourself. But let me step back before we start getting into the goods and the bads. Let's go ahead and because I know Patrick has just some deliciousness he's got to say about it. So,
Well, so let's you got it for the nice I guess 10 or what, $30 a year.
mm-hmm.
So
I get 10 hours to test it. So
you got 10 hours. Well, so far I have 6 hours in the game. So that would have been a good bargain. That would have been a good bargain. So I bought it pre-ordered, and I did not go through the Origin store, which I guess I should have, is because I couldn't preload that thing at all. So, and yes, it's partially my fault. I'll agree, but that means day one when it came out, it would have been 11 o'clock at night.
Oh no!
I had to then download it.
Oh no!
So
And it's a resource-heavy fucking game on PC too.
Yes. So, and then the fun thing is, the next day when I decided I was going to try to get on it, Origin had to update. And then it had its day one patch, which it never downloaded that night.
yes, yes.
Wow. So I didn't play it that night either.
Wow.
And then I didn't get to it for the week. And that was pre-ordered. So a week later, I finally got to it. So that was my pre-order story. And I don't know if we want to delve into the game now that it more is in line with you now.
Well, so kind of going back, the funny thing is I downloaded it. So with EA Access, I technically had it a week early, but I didn't play it until it was out for a week because I forgot about it and then started downloading the game, but then forgot about it. And then it was one of these things where I was taking time off to be with the dog while she was getting her stitches out and just making sure that everything sealed up right. That sounds weird. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just, what was it? Somebody was like, why don't you wait and do it on Friday so that you could take that day off to play Devil May Cry? And I was like, oh, fuck. No, I need to take it on Thursday. That way I get a weekend. Since I got to work tomorrow, I was off Wednesday and take Thursday off. I get a weekend out of it, basically. And fucking play through Anthem so that I have something to talk about other than Final Fantasy IX on the Switch. But so it's one of these things where it's like, okay, well, I'll get up early Thursday morning and I'll just sit down and just fucking start playing it. So yeah, so I waited quite some time before I got around to that game too. So you're playing on PC.
Yes. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it definitely is faster on PC for the loads. It probably helps based on the fact that where I have it set up, which is a RAID 5 solid state. So just a little bit fast there. But I gotta agree, when I first got into the game, the introduction, the movie, and then the first, I guess, mission that you go into is great, and you're seeing people get smashed and whatnot. And then the mission that you do next, great. I had no problem with it. And if it had continued that pace, that's the thing, is because when I came in, I had a friend online. who by then they already have like a week or two on me. Um, and I actually got myself to a point where I had no clue what the storyline was and what I was doing. And
It reminds
I
me of
just
Monster Hunter.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just it was going so good, and then there was just this part of it just gave me the option of I could change my mission. I was like, I don't want to change my mission. I want to say, what is my current mission? I want to play that. And it gave me the option to do, I guess, the free roam, change the mission, or go with other people. And
What storyline do you want to do?
and I'm like, I just want to do my storyline. Well, apparently, my storyline was tied in with the free roam, so I
Yeah.
had to find, I guess,
Three
three
embers.
items. Yeah,
Yeah.
which it didn't. I guess maybe it did say it, but again, I was with friends and stuff like that, and so therefore, literally, I think like a week I was lost as to because I wasn't finding the embers. So I was just doing all this help other people out and getting absolutely nowhere. And it wasn't like, hey, this is what you need to be looking for or anything like that.
And that's what I ran into in that mission myself. Is it was one of these things where it's like, okay, well, it doesn't show you what you're looking for. Like Ryan, with Destiny, if you say space bubblegum, like you and I know what we're referring to. It's that weird fucking space helix looking shit. Like it didn't show you an image of this. It was just like, go find the embers so that we can use them in the forge. And I literally fucking found 2 on a dead body and 1 in some fucking plant that I don't know what fucking plant it was.
Nope.
It just kind of glowed a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll just touch. It's just like the fucking resources in Destiny, where it's
Yeah.
like over here at this point, you'll have it. What's really cool about that, though, and I'm sorry to derail you, is if somebody runs up and does one of those, it actually pops it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that if I'm running by, all I have to do is grab it. I don't have to hold down X, which fuck that shit is driving me nuts when games want you to hold a button to do something. It's like I can understand it if it's in story or if they're making sure that you're spending actual currency in like a free to play game. They want you to hold it so that you did this. You can't blame it on us. You held your finger there for 20.83 seconds. But doing it to exit shit. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let you go because I still got more shit.
So I did find it, and again, it was plants. It's not like when you're flying past them or walking past them or whatever you happen to be. It's not like, hey, it's over there, buddy. You need to go investigate something over there, which I think it should do because this is your introduction. I mean, this is
Right.
what these things are is essentially what you're going to be used to be crafting. So I think it's fair to go like, hey, look, that over there, that's what you need to be looking for, and here's another way you can look for it and stuff like that.
Right.
It gave none
So
of
there's
that.
no there's no really tutorial mode, is there?
In some ways, like the jump and the flying, there is definitely. Like the first part, you kind of like they tell you like from this point to this point. I don't know if you've played any air simulators or anything like that, but they'll like have you fly in between the different things down a path so that way you get to understand it. But
Okay.
when it came to the resources, it just
Uh,
went quiet.
so
And
it's a
I
mechanic tutorial, not a
What to look for tutorial.
yeah. Okay.
right.
Like
All right. All right. Okay.
at no point, and I could be wrong. I could be not
So could I.
remembering this, but it didn't show you like this is the plant you're looking for to find this ember. It did not show you that. If it had said that, that would have been totally different. But I'm sure if you had taken the time to go into the codex and fucking look that shit up, you could see what plant it was that was supposed to have it. But it's like, I shouldn't have to. If this is the tutorial,
Yeah.
you should show me just right out the gate and then be like, oh, hey, by the way, the next time you need to find a plant like this, look in your codex. That kind of thing would have been fine.
Because I mean, like, I think that's like mission. What I think it's like 5 or something.
God
But
damn, I wanted to say it was like mission 3.
well, maybe it is. But like I said, I was with people. So and I'll get to that in a minute too. That has its own little interesting bit. But I mean, it needs to tell you like if this is the first time you're doing it. These are materials. This is kind of where you get it from. This is what you're looking for, and that way you're not clueless. Is because when I did the same, like I said, because I had to keep redoing those missions, there were other people that were clueless as well. Now, like the level 30s that were there, they knew instantly. Like boom,
Yeah,
right there. I'm gonna go over there and grab this,
and I think
and that's why I started following the level 30s, and that's when
yeah,
I finally got out of this repeating hell that I was in.
and I think
And
part of it is, and I'm sorry to
no,
derail
it's
you
fine.
again, because you didn't play Destiny, you didn't know that periodically there are these plants that are kind of sort of giving off a glow that you should walk up to and hit X. I mean, if you just saw a plant off in the distance giving off a glow, you'd be like, "Whoa, that's fucking weird. That plant glows."
Yeah, I
And then you
never
just,
played Destiny.
yeah,
So,
but
Okay, so that that brings me into a question: is if you played Destiny, will you have an easier time with this game than if you didn't?
I would have to say
yeah.
yes, because a lot of the same things are there, but to a certain extent, they're not in your fucking face. Like, you have this weekly, what is it, daily, weekly, and monthly challenges
Yep.
that you can complete. And what I do like about it is you don't have to join a clan or a guild or anything like
No.
that. It basically bases that all on your friends list. So if
Mhm.
you have other friends playing the game, you're going to get benefits from them playing the game, and they're going to
That's
get benefits
nice. I
That
from
like
is
you.
that.
nice.
And then there's also just the community in whole kind of helps everybody. I mean, it's mainly just in-game currency that you're getting and maybe some crafting material out of it, but the fact that it's not making it so it's like, hey, you got to go impress these real fucking people to let you into their clan guild, Macaulay Culkin, then you can join up with them and get the little fucking shit from them raiding because you can't raid because you're not the right level to raid. um, but yeah, it if you were to jump into it, a lot of it would be like
Yep.
second nature to you, Ryan, because of how
Okay.
much time you've spent with Destiny.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I can already tell the grind on this is bad. Um, and I do have a couple friends that have already maxed level. Um, now grind long grinds isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it
As
like
long as
you
they're fruitful. As long as they're
yeah
fruitful.
yeah
And they are like
Ah,
it's
everything is fruitful at the beginning.
but see, here's the thing is you can complete a mission and you've gotten like 4 new guns. Granted, you're gonna fucking throw most of those away.
hmm
But the fact that you're getting 4 new guns and like 4 new mods just right out, because I mean, Ryan, come on, when you first sat down and played Destiny 1, it took about 2 to 3 missions before you saw your first Ingram pop just on the field.
Not for me.
Not for you? Okay,
Nope.
well, either way, when I jumped into it, because they were like, it's like Diablo, and we've all played Diablo, and pretty much after you hit the third enemy, their body vomits weapons and clothing. So in Destiny, they're like, it's like Diablo. It's like, I've been playing this for 30 minutes, and now all of a sudden somebody barfs up a 20-sided die that I have to take to somebody else to see what it is. Now, granted, when you pick these things up in the wild, it doesn't indicate exactly what it is right away. But
no
at the end of the mission, it will show you right away, and you could scrap it right there.
yep
You can scrap it right there. I tend not to because I want to go back.
Interestingly enough, that's how Destiny is now.
It
Which is fun.
it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Well, the only things you have to decrypt now are like prime engrams, and then when you pick up your legendary shit from vendors,
Mhm.
they auto decrypt, and when you get them, when you're doing shit, they auto decrypt, and they don't even have greens and whites anymore. They got rid of that shit entirely. So you start fresh level 1, you don't even get greens and whites anymore that drop. Like you get blues to start.
Well, I mean, when the game has been around for what, 5, 6
Yeah.
years?
I'm talking if you just installed Destiny 2 and you never played 1.
I get you, but it's kind
Yeah.
of one of these things where they got to quickly get you to that level
Right.
to where you can compete against the rest of
Right.
humanity that's playing this game.
So how long? Obviously, you guys both have about 6 hours in, right?
Right.
Main linear, and I do this in quotes because I understand the game style. Main linear-esque story, how much longer do you think you have until that is completed and end game is unlocked?
It's
Probably about another 10, I would think. 6 or 10.
yeah. I would think, yeah, you're probably looking at somewhere close to, in total, you're probably looking at
20?
Well, so here's the bad thing about it though, is they make it super fucking easy for you to go off of the main story beat.
Yes.
Because there's
Ooh, shiny.
other yeah,
Mhm.
there's other like in Destiny, you have other factions that you can build up rapport with, but
Right.
it's not like you pick one and you
Mm-mm.
only do it for that one.
Okay.
It's more one of these things where it's like, okay, so this guy has missions for you that do story type stuff.
Yep.
Like they talk to you,
Okay.
they explain certain things that are in the world. It world builds. Now, granted, I haven't gotten to the point where I've had to play a mission over. So that's, well, okay, hang on. Let me rephrase that statement here in about 2 minutes.
Mhm.
It's so it's more one of these things where it's like everything I've done has been pretty much fresh and brand new, but it's also one of these things where it's very easy to look up at the compass that you got and go, oh well, this guy wants to talk to me and talk to them, and all of a sudden you've got a mission option. And it's like, oh, okay, I thought we were just having a cordial conversation, because conversations with people will also raise your reputation with all three of these
Yep.
factions.
Okay. Okay.
And doing proper conversations. Like I had a conversation with a guy that I wanted to tell him, you're a fucking coward and you hid that water from those people. You're a fucking piece of shit. But instead I was like, well, you got to do what to do to survive.
Yep.
Because I know it's like if I gave the actual response that he deserved, it probably would have either not gotten me any reputation or negatively impacted it, which I haven't seen a negative impact happen yet.
So it does have a choose your path storyline, like Mass Effect
Yeah.
esque.
It's
Yes.
A or B.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay,
it's not
so it's
good
not
or bad. It's
not
just
a wheel.
It's two options
It's-
to say what
okay.
you want.
Okay. So it's a limited fork in the road choice.
Yeah.
Coupled with Monster Hunter, Destiny-ish,
Yeah.
and mechs.
Now, I do gotta say there is some bright points to it. I was honestly thinking going to the flying mode was gonna really kind of require one of these, because to be honest, that works great for flying and everything like. But it,
most games.
yeah. But it's very fluid when it comes to the keyboard and mouse. It works well. I have no issues with it. It just, you jump from one to the other, not a problem. So I didn't need to use it while it was plugged in. It was awesome. And I think Ian's the only one that doesn't have some kind of controller over there.
I do. It's just it was either do this or dig out my fucking Switch to hold it in front of everybody.
But some of the other, so it looks beautiful when it's not loading. Okay, because I will say, even for a RAID 5, it's some decent time there. It plays just fine when it's not loading. Like the levels you have to play in, I don't see any type of like a bunch of caching or anything like that happening. Slowdowns. I don't know if it's that way on your Xbox or PS4, whatever you happen to be playing on. And
Thankfully, the Xbox, because I don't want it to brick my fucking PS4.
yeah, I was gonna get into that.
It's probably fine on a Pro.
I'm not. No. I'm playing it on just the regular. I'm sure.
No,
it would
I'm just saying, like, I think Hassan's playing it on a PS4 Pro.
Oh, and it doesn't have the crashing issues?
I don't think it does. No, he's played it just fine. He streamed it.
Just be careful because the Xbox One has a tendency to not be able to resume.
Well, anytime I close it out, because it's that timed trial demo thing, I have to close
Gotcha.
the
Closes
app.
the app completely.
Yeah, because if I leave it open in suspend mode, that
It
timer's
runs
still
your timer?
going. Yeah.
But now the problem is I'm looking at it. Okay, so I guess this is how people viewed Diablo 3 when they first came into it, and they weren't like a die-hard Diablo fan. Because like I got into Diablo 3, it wasn't as good as Diablo 2, but I was like, it's not that bad when you look at it and everything like that. And so I get into this game, and I'm just like, oh my god, it needs some work. The potential's there. And Destiny was exactly that way as well. People got into it. It was launched kind of half baked, but in the end, they had it going. So, and especially with Destiny 2, where it is now, from what people tell me, it's great. So I think this is a case that it's going to have to mature. There's going to have to be some patches and everything like that. But this is not what I expected of Bridgestone. I mean, BioWare.
That was awesome.
Wow.
That logo, every time it loads,
Exactly. Every single time.
I can't not see it, dude. It's just, oh, that's fucking awesome. That's great.
But I do plan to still go after it and everything like that. It is because I am $60 into it. It was not on the Steam.
Get your fucking money's worth, man. Get your money's worth.
Yeah.
If it was on Steam, I would have returned it, to be perfectly honest. But it's not on Steam, so I have to put my time into it and everything like that because I got $60. My friends went with the whole top tier one, the Legion of Dawn, yeah. And there's apparently some people are having issues claiming those rewards. I think they patched it, but
yeah, where you claim them and then they're gone.
Yeah. And then it's just it needed more time in the bakery. It really did.
So here's what I'd like to go off of is I do agree with you. It's one of these things where here in about a year, half a year, whatever, we're going to see a totally different Anthem. And it's probably going to be shit tons better than what we've got now. But that version of it is probably going to require some type of a DLC download to get it to be where you're playing with everybody else, doing everything new, now granted there's no PvP, so you don't really need to be up to snuff against a bunch of other people, but the last thing you want to last thing you want is to be shepherded through a fucking match. And sorry, I booty call just came through, so I was just trying to tell him that I'm a little busy. There, that's not what happened.
You're looking really cool there for a minute.
Yeah.
Why you gotta lie, bro?
I had to put it out there. That's not the thing. So I lost my train of thought. So, it would be one of these situations where I would feel like a game like this, especially a game one game like this, should probably come out at a $30 price point just to get more people interested in getting in the door. And then you take what funds you get from that, because that could possibly increase the amount of people purchasing the game to outweigh the fact that you're not getting the $60. And then you slap on top of that the season passes, the fucking inevitable loot boxes, the fucking real world currency to buy fucking emotes and other shit for your fucking dudes. It's just like, okay, here's one that I've been holding off on because I haven't found a spot to put it in, right? Okay. You know how most games, whenever you're on a screen and it tells you, press A to proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you haven't noticed this yet, Patrick, you're going to start noticing it. It doesn't say that. On the Xbox version of it, it says press B to skip.
Yep. Mine's escape.
Skip. Like, no, I don't want to skip this. I want to see this. But then it finally dawned on me on another screen where it said press B to skip, hold B to skip all the way or entirely skip or some shit like that. It's like, stop fucking using the word skip. That's not what you mean. You mean progress. Skip means to avoid in this context.
Agreed.
But it's just, the shooting's fun. The
It
getting
is.
around is fun. I
Yes.
love fucking flying. I
The
really
flying
wish
works. The flying works.
Yeah, it's great, and it's
Yep.
easy to understand. You click in on that one stick to run, you jump, you click it on that stick again, and you're fucking
And
gone.
you're done.
And
Yeah.
it's so good. I really think the Ranger or the Stormbringer class are going to be it for me because I did unlock the Colossus. And I can't deal with it because you have to be inside of everything. And that was my big thing about Destiny is I hated being surrounded by everything. So I need to, if I get to spend more time with it, which eventually I probably will. Right now, excuse me, I'm going to need to get a drink after I get done with this statement. Right now, if I had to say, yeah, well, I'd love to, but you're
Oh
20.
wow!
Well,
They're dropping a patch tomorrow.
How are
that,
they?
does, that doesn't surprise me. It's probably a hot fix for PlayStation 4.
Anthem update 1.0.3.
Because they're supposed to be dropping they're supposed to drop a mid-March. That was supposed to be a serious update. Maybe they're pushing it ahead.
They moved it up. Yeah.
It's the mid-March serious update?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
They just dropped the notes on answers.ea. I'll send you guys the link.
All
And we'll
right.
probably put the link in the description
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
definitely.
That way it's at least in there in case people haven't updated or they want to look at the patch notes.
That's
But
major
just one of the
changes.
discords I'm in, these guys are all playing Anthem on PC. And so like they created a channel for it in this Discord, and somebody just dropped the link for the patch notes.
Yeah, that's major.
So overall, I'm gonna say one thing before I ask this question. You make a valid point, Fiend, about holding X to pick something up. I think it's one thing when you're like extracting a material from somewhere, right? Like if you're extracting a resource in Destiny, you're still holding the X button, right? But if you're running by and you're gonna pick it up, it should just be a press. So
Like Monster Hunter.
a couple games that I play that get it right are the Blackout version, right? I play for COD 4 or for Black Ops 4 and Apex. Both allow you to switch between whether you would like to hold X or tap it. And they even let you prioritize reloading first if your weapon needs to reload or picking stuff up. So I have it set to tap on both games to where all I gotta do is run by, just fucking mash that button, and I'm picking up loot and I'm picking up whatever. And if I gotta reload my shit, it happens to reload before it'll pick something up because that's the more pressing need. Yeah. But I think allowing that selection needs to be standard for any game that this is a main mechanic of.
Yeah. Now, I will say when the materials actually pop out after after the initial person actually found it, you can literally just run over it and they'll grab it. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so that at least alleviates the holding of the button. Yeah. But sometimes if your run path, like if you're sprinting with your jets and your run path is off and you don't want to have to divert to run over it, you want to just be able to tap as you run by, still should be an option. But that's at least a good secondary that you can just be like, boop, kick with the foot in the back.
Yeah.
So what's the rating currently that you guys would give it? And what are you hoping it might move up to in terms of point value?
Well, the first thing that I would like to say is if I'm going to drop money on this thing, it's going to be stupid on sale. And when I mean stupid on sale right now, I'm talking $20.
Oh, God.
20 fucking bucks. Yeah. No,
okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Rate it based on what you've paid, though.
Based on what I've paid? Fuck, man. It would be like an 8. Because I barely paid anything to play this game, and it's got fun shooting. Which really cool, and I swear to God, I'll keep this short, is a lot of the cinematics when you're like in the first person mode in the story area. oh god, if they could have just done it with FMV. I mean, all of the animation and shit was done as if they're looking at your face as the camera.
Yep.
Oh, it would have been so great if it was just FMV, because the guy that helps you, that talks to your head in the beginning, he's I love that character. I really do. And there's this weird little story that's going on with him that I haven't brought to completion, but it's one of these things where it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be sad to see him go, but you are leaning hard on that foreshadowing button. But yeah, no, I would have to say it's around 7 and 8. As far as just playing the game and not having any monetary ties to it right now.
Okay.
Now, you, Mr. One, pre-ordered it.
Mr. Fully committed.
Fully
To
committed.
$60 in that bitch.
$60.
That's like buying a ring for a woman and then she leaves.
Plus taxes, man.
Okay. $62? $64?
Plus $60 plus theft.
Plus theft, exactly.
All right. Now,
I gotta say right now, it's sitting at a 4 for me. I mean, the things that save it are it looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And when you're playing, it is fun. When the shooting, it works great. Headshots work.
that they do.
God, they do. Because I have a sniper rifle, and normally I'm like ticking off at 20, 30, 40 maybe with the assault rifle. I hit him in the head with the sniper rifle. I do 1,400. So, I mean, it works. And I'm glad it's not a case of everything's a bullet magnet, which is Diablo-esque if it was just a bullet magnet. And the cinematics are awesome. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing saving it. I mean, I'm sitting there playing it because I have money in it. Not. Okay. Patches need to come out. DLC.
I'm looking at a Black Friday purchase then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what I was originally planning anyway. Was probably going to be waiting till about then. But Black Friday sale, let it get through the first 6 months worth of patches.
Oh yeah.
And
so that
then,
way it doesn't break your Xbox.
Right. Well, I'll hopefully have an Xbox One X and 4K so I can truly appreciate a game that is this pretty.
It is
because
pretty.
I'm not gonna lie, playing the little bit of the demo that I played, it was pretty. Like
pretty.
I know that they down-resed it for actual production versus what they did at E3. EA tends to do that, but it looks good, and I feel like I wasn't going to get an Xbox One X till I got a 4K TV anyway, and Anthem was going to be one of the games that I got for it, specifically for that reason. So definitely be something that I wait on. I hope all the patches and all the shit gets fixed, because I think it will be fun.
It will be.
But yeah, cool. Awesome. Like, it's good to see you guys actually.
BioWare has a good history. They really do.
Yeah.
Even though EA is their evil partner in crime, they do have good history, and if they can put the tires on your,
as long as the treads don't rip out from underneath you, they got you gripped to the ground. Now, real quick, I do want to interject though. 9 times out of 10, BioWare's got it good.
They do, and that's what I'm hoping on. That I think EA rushed them for this because maybe they're afraid of it now that Destiny is starting to wear down, and then you have the game that you want to play.
Destiny just ramped the fuck up.
Yeah. Destiny's got like a new payment plan thing that they're doing.
I'm gonna spend like 5 minutes going over it, and y'all are gonna be like,
see, and I'm about to get up and go piss and grab another beer, so that's what I'm gonna do. But one other thing that I wanted to throw out there before I ran, because I literally am about to piss myself. I think it's really funny that they put out Apex 1 week before Anthem.
Yeah, I think that was done on purpose, though, to try to take away some of the fire. Dude, guys, look at this. It's like half.
No, but see, he's pouring a liquid while I have to pee.
Hurry up, because I'm going to go over Apex and Destiny.
Fine.
5-minute break.
It's not made by Bridgestone, right? I'm not going to let that go, that logo. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. So, all in all, while we're waiting on him to get back.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Division 2,
Yep.
which is next week. I don't know if he's getting it or not. I don't know if he pre-ordered it, or if he's going to get it. I mean, I'll have it. I think Ra and I will have it.
I hope he does. It now granted, I understand he had a bad time with the whole fire.
The whole magic. Yeah.
Magic
I don't
fire.
even think he finished the story though.
No.
I think he put it down. So
But
I wouldn't be
this one looks
surprised
better.
if he waits on it. I wouldn't be surprised if he waits on it. I will say though that I mean it's a third person cover shooter, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's a bullet sponge. It operates off of the RPG style that way. I think you would like it, especially playing it in your media room.
Yeah. Okay, I'd agree with that.
Where your Xbox is.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy it. So if it is something that, like, if you want to say, hey, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try out a console game.
That isn't Forza.
That's not a racing game. You could, I mean, more than welcome to jump in with me and Ra on Division 2, because we all know that Fiend is not going to be messing around with that because Magic Fire. So he's at least gonna wait and make his decision later on in the time frame. Now, that being said, I will have it on physical media, so if you want to borrow it, Home Slice, to give it a test run, I have no problem letting you do that after I get some time in on it.
So the funny thing is I downloaded that open beta when they had it last weekend.
Did you mess with it?
I didn't even fucking remember it, except for that one night that I messaged you and Raw. I was like, hey, are we doing this? And you guys were like, no. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so even on the original, on the closed beta, I played it like the first night with Raw, and I didn't even go back to it over the weekend. I didn't have time, and it got cold by the time that I had time, so I couldn't come out here and do it. So, but what I did play, I really enjoyed. I feel like the movement patterns for that are going to be a little bit better. The hits take a little bit more. It's not so much of a bullet sponge game, but it's going to be more of the same. So it's really going to be about the story. But yeah, I mean, I'm picking it up next week. Depending on how far I make it through Devil May Cry will be dependent upon whether or not I start playing it and streaming it next weekend.
But I do gotta say that game looks beautiful with it being in a different environment. And I'm thinking I would have been more on board with the first one had it been that environment. I understand why they did it for the first environment, but
I think because the city was too dark.
It was to be perfectly honest, it was like the Fallout series, great story and everything like that, but it's just the same old textures over and over and over that I just got sick of.
Very gray. It's very gray.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same shit that every shooter was doing during the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 generation, where it's like, it's dark, it's gray, it's brown. That's it. Shoot things. It's like, okay, fantastic. Can we get some color?
So I think that's
here's some orange.
Why I love it. The new one, some color, some everything like that. So
some outside, some trees.
Yes.
That's why I'm excited about Rage 2. Because that's got fucking neon pinks in it. It's so exciting. Yay. But I haven't even played Far Cry 5 New Order of the Phoenix. I don't know what it's called. That one's post-apocalyptic with nice bright colors.
Hey, if you play the second Rage, I'll let you play the first Rage first.
I have it. I've played most of it.
Games that will never play again that I got for free. Far Cry.
Yeah. I bought one of them. I bought two of them.
I got that shit for free because Ubisoft had to fucking hook people up for the bad experience with Unity.
I remember. I was like, whatever you do, grab Far Cry because it's their newest game and it will hit their wallet the hardest.
Hit them in the pockets, baby. Yeah. So real quick, 5 minutes on Destiny. Okay.
Okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I've in the past 3 months I've played the game twice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. Last night was the most fun that I've had in the game in a long time.
It sounded like it.
Reasons why. They are now pitting the Drifter against the Vanguard. He's really taking a fucking selfie right now.
Yes, he is.
No, I've got a clock.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's timing me. Okay, great.
No, I'm not doing one of these little "Ooh, look at me, I'm so sexy, I'm a tit streamer" kind of bullshit. I'm not doing that. I mean, I got
Ooh.
the tits for it.
So okay. They are pitting the Drifter against the Vanguard, and they're basically setting it up to be where the Drifter is running with this fucking like super dark clan of people of old guardians, and he's infiltrating the fucking tower. And this Order of Praxic Fire, which is technically like an old warlock order, is like, this motherfucker's evil, fucking blah. And
Those words are made up.
and apparently in like another month or two, they're actually going to force all guardians to make the choice. They will either side with the Drifter or they'll side with the Vanguard, and there's going to be a fucking civil war is what they're setting up. Okay.
Oh,
So
That's kind of cool.
It's like WoW with the
Yeah.
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 No.
And so like that, like ominous, like holy shit. Aside from that, new mechanics within the game. Gambit Prime, Gambit A was fun to begin with, where you're running multiple rounds. Like it's the PvP PvE mixture, right? Where each team is fighting all the aliens and bad guys to get moats and basically attack the other team.
Mhm.
And then it's like race to the end, who can defeat their fucking main guy first. This one, it's one round, and the final piece of it requires like raid style mechanics where you got to take out one witch, two witch, wait, because the dude's gonna invade, take him out, take out the final witch, and then take out your bad guy. Like
One witch, two witch, three witch, bluefish.
yeah. Yep, there you go. Thank you for catching that. Yep.
One more thing that I gotta interject real fast. So they called it Prime. They call it Prime 1, and then they called it Prime. Wait, no.
No,
Gambit
it's
1, and then Gambit Prime.
no. So it's Gambit, and then Gambit Prime. Okay. And then there's an additional version that is a much more difficult version that gets you better armor. I don't know if it's Prime or if it's multiple rounds. I don't remember what it's called because I barely looked at it last night. But they've also got additional power up bounties because they understand people dropped off, right? Getting ready for Anthem and everything else. So what they did is they introduced different power up bounties that will guarantee you at minimum blue gear at power level 640, which is 10 levels off top of 650. They're about to bump it to 700, but they're trying to get people to get there fast. These bounties are super easy to complete, and you don't even have to do Gambit for all of them. Like 2 of them require Gambit. The other 5 are like, go do some strikes.
That's
some
a
fucking
Blizzard
public
move.
events.
Oh
Like-
fuck! That was the thing I forgot about Anthem. All right, go on.
Like it's easy. There's a dude who I work with who bought it on the Xbox.
Mhm.
Within a week, made it to 640.
Oh wow.
Like we're talking like Destiny 2
Yes,
with all the
Destiny
expansions
2,
right now.
Destiny
he bought
2,
it, and within a week he's at max level. Like
Yeah, because-
max level.
Yeah, because he put in the fucking time. Like it's basically all he played unless he was playing on the PlayStation with me for Apex. So
Right.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be really fun. I'm definitely going to be jumping back into it. I probably won't be streaming it too much because I don't get a lot of people watching me when I stream. I might just do records and just drop some videos. Hater drops in because he's faithful. He's a good friend. I really appreciate him. He did resub to me last night, even though the alert didn't go off for some
No.
reason. But yeah, that's that.
Sound
So,
like I'm a fucking chopped liver over here. Fuck you. Like you know, like
but-
45 seconds. Fuck face.
no, that's it. So Destiny's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna be jumping back into it. I'm hoping I can actually do some of the raids because I still haven't done a raid in Destiny 2 yet, at all. But I really want to dive into the rest of like the Forge shit. I bought the damn annual pass, so I need to fucking get my money's worth out of it. But yeah, so that and the last game that I want to talk about is Apex Legends, right? It's a big one. It got 50 million players within the first month, and it did it way faster than Fortnite did.
Okay. Now, let's take a step back and understand that Fortnite was the third Battle Royale game to come along. So this was a slow burn to get to Fortnite. So it wouldn't surprise me if the next battle royale that comes out after Apex Legends that gets that shit right in such a way to where it's unique and it's not like any of the other ones, then it will probably bypass Apex Legends in the same amount of time. It's just
like Fortnite, you didn't like it because the whole building aspect, and I think a lot of people did not like it because of the building aspect.
That's very true. So here's my deal. I put a little bit of time into Fortnite on Xbox, a little bit more time into it on PlayStation while I was on paternity last year. In between when I was playing God of War, and it truly is a PC game because of the building. It's very difficult for me at least,
unless you like
to
set
reactionary
that
build
super high.
It's not so building itself isn't even about the sensitivity.
No.
It's not about the sensitivity of where you look, because where you look, I mean, that you set that up based on your aiming anyway. It's based on your physical ability to switch on the buttons between your different build types as fast as you can. You can hotkey those to a keyboard much better than you can with one of these motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
So you either set up a keyboard and mouse on your system and play on console, or you play on PC and you get way better at reactionary building. I got bottom tier mediocre at it on a PlayStation controller.
Yep. I can see that.
And that's what ruined the game for me, is that the entire game, I understand that the game was built around building a fort. Wow. And that's what made it unique. I get it.
It was a totally different game. They saw how popular PUBG was getting, so they were like, "Hey, we could do that too. Let's just drop that in there."
Flip the tracks.
Yeah.
And in fact, that whole Save the World section of it was supposed to go free to play. They still want you to pay for that. I'd like to fuck with that, but whatever.
So when you guys remember, you guys are the one that's told me about Apex, right?
Yes.
Hey, there's this new Battle Royale game. You're going to try it out? It's like a Titanfall thing, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I never really got into Titanfall, so why do I give a shit? Right? I've got Blackout. I play Blackout plenty. I really enjoy that. It's fun.
But that in itself is pretty much exactly like PUBG, though. If you really put them all side by side.
It's a modern day shooter in a Battle Royale set that you still had to pay for. I'm telling you, Activision could fucking destroy the Battle Royale game if they would have made Blackout free to play across the board. They could put Fortnite under their fucking boot like a goddamn spider and just be like, squish.
Having those tight Call of Duty controls in a free to play Battle Royale game, they missed their fucking opportunity.
They really did.
Enter Apex. Because two of the dudes who helped build COD built Apex.
Does not surprise me.
And originally I was like, man, fuck that game. And then I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. It's fun as hell.
How many kills do you have?
On what character?
Just period.
I don't know, because it only tracks it by character.
Okay. Well, I mean, the only reason why I bring this up is because the night that you, me, and my buddy Ross were playing, it was one of these things where I can't help but feel like I was the flat tire on a tricycle, because it's one of these things where you have to play with 3 people. If you don't have 3 people, it's going to randomize you with other people.
It's fine.
And that's great because the game is built around that. And it has
antisocial gamers. It's so great.
It has its own, like, here's this, guys, come and get it.
A hater could be good at it.
Yeah. It's free. I'm just gonna cover this for a minute because he's angry.
Deletes Dead Hood camera.
all of a sudden the podcast has stopped recording. He's like, haha, fuck you.
The ultimate power.
What the fuck was I saying?
Fucking snapped his infinity gauntlet. The podcast just
I don't feel so good. But it's one of these things where we were playing. You guys hadn't even met each other, and you guys were fucking great at the game. And I'm the guy that's always going, "I'm getting shot. I muted myself. I'm dead."
Shocker, you do that a lot too.
Yeah, I do. I like threw my hands together and accidentally hit my kill switch. It's one of these things where it's like I can't help but feel like all I was to you guys was like that thing that was like, "Hey, there's guys over here. Come shoot us. We're
So here's
friendly."
the deal. I have games like that. I play a lot on PlayStation because if it's nice outside, I'll come out and I'll set up and I'll stream. But some nights I don't really feel like it. So I'll just stay inside and I'll play on the PlayStation because it's easier, right? And I've got the headset on and I can talk if I want to. I'll stay muted half the time unless I jump into a team that is actively talking. And there's games where all I am, because I main Wraith, all right? I've got like 53, 54 kills with her. And I've only got like 2 winning kills. I think I got 3 wins in total. And like there's nothing to be like hyper proud of because there's people with like way fucking more.
I haven't shot anybody, okay?
You also haven't played it that much.
Okay, fine, but we played like 5 games that night. I should have at least
5
shot.
games. It's a battle royale game.
I'm not saying killed. I'm saying shot somebody.
It's a battle royale game.
Like,
You've got to play it for like 3 fucking days.
Oh, what? Tetris 99, baby. That's right. I'm taking this shit over. I made it up to 9th place on some Tetris 99, motherfucker. All right? I know how to put the blocks in place. Calm down. Don't you try to stop me. Don't you try to hold me back. No.
Yeah, but did you win?
Shut your fucking mouth. Tetris is hard.
No, so, but like, there's games where I have like that. And then there's games where, like, here's the only issue that I have is that some of the guns are inconsistent because the hit boxes are inconsistent on these characters.
That's true.
The bigger characters, of course, have bigger hit boxes. The smaller ones have smaller. That makes sense, but regardless of who you are, if I dome you in the fucking skull at a point blank range with a Peacekeeper, which is the shotgun, the lever action shotgun, right? If I dome you maybe twice, you should be knocked unless you've got level 3 legendary armor. And then I can understand that breaking and it taking a 3rd shot. Okay. This is a 6-shot shotgun. It should not take more than 1 magazine of rounds to put you down at a medium to point blank range. Should not. But sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Y'all puppers.
I'm sorry. She did
Puppers.
it on her own. I started screaming and yelling about something, and she's like, "I gotta give some sugar and shut you the fuck up."
Hey, mine's laying right next to me, so.
I don't have a dog anymore.
Well, that's because your dog wouldn't shut up when the baby was trying to sleep.
No, it's because he played rough.
Oh. Okay.
With the baby?
No, he played rough with me, and that just me. And when Ray was a baby, she started playing tug of war with him, and
yeah.
he used to get rough, so we just nipped it in the bud before it became an issue. But that's fine because my neighbors have sibling German Shepherds that are at like training camp, like they're learning all their commands and stuff. So when they get back, we have to practice with like whether or not she's jumping on people or whether or not Ray can tell her to sit and she'll listen, which will be cute as hell because Ray will wake up and be like, sit. Sit. It'll be cute as shit. So yeah, I just commandeer my neighbor's dogs. But all in all, I really love Apex. One of my layouts is straight up an Apex layout, like Stream Elements fucking created one. It's really cool. I dig it. I really wish more of us would play it. I wish it would go cross-platform because I feel like Hater would really enjoy it on PC and playing with us. But I also think he could enjoy it on console because it's one of those fun games. It's got COD-style mechanics.
Yeah. Well, and really, if you really want to look at it, well, I guess those COD-style mechanics were created by the guys that went off and created Respawn. So yes, you're totally right. I was about to say Titanfall has some of the tightest fucking shooting next to COD, but
And it's got Titanfall guns, man.
It does. It does. The only thing that's missing is fucking Titans. I would love like that situation, like 60 versus 60 kind of thing. If that, you know what I mean. With Titans, oh, it wouldn't last long.
A 60-person battle royale where you could opt to have Titans drop in as a part of the care package drop.
Not Titans drop in. I'm saying everybody starts in a Titan.
Oh.
And you select where you drop. Like there's no van, there's no fucking anything flying across.
Van.
You pick
down by the river.
You pick where you drop, and then because in Titanfall, when your Titan starts to break down, you can jump out.
Yeah.
So I mean, think about that. There's one Titan left, but yet there's 5 people still running around on the map. Yes,
they can take them down.
Yeah, they could all take it down, or they could just fuck each other over. I mean, I think that would create a great David and Goliath kind of thing. That would be something they should do.
I think you're onto something. But for my final thoughts, if they're gonna do something like that, would be they would have to add it into the Lifeline care package drop as a potential RNG where you get a Titan and you could spawn it or call one in. Mm-hmm. But they make it like a 1 in 4 chance instead of a 1 in 60 chance.
And it would have to be a stupid ass glass cannon. Like it would have to have
biggest
weak spot on it.
Totally. Like same hitboxes, everything. Now here's the thing. Lifeline can call in multiple care packages because you can find the ultimate accelerants and you get 20% per accelerant that you use. You can carry multiples of them. So it takes time to use them, but it's like 5 seconds. So depending on where you are, depending on the situation you're in, you could potentially get your ultimate normally, call it in, use 2, get your ultimate again, call it in. Maybe you get 2 fucking Titans for your squad and you wreck the fucking map.
See, that's the other thing, though, is they would have to make it so that the Titans could be piloted by anybody in, well, I guess.
Well, you'd have to call it in and it would have to drop. So a competing squad, you could have a battle over the fucking Titan dropping just like you could a care package.
That's true. That's very true.
Completely viable. But it is really fun. So if you want to, like, I mess around more on the PlayStation with it. So if you don't need, this is the fuckiest thing with free battle royale. Yeah, something's fucky about this. Tell me why Fortnite and Apex Legends free-to-play battle royale versions on PlayStation do not require PlayStation Plus. However, they do require Xbox Live to be able to utilize.
I don't think Fortnite does anymore. I think Fortnite got to. So I think, if I might just put this out there, I think it's because the other ones, like, because even Fortnite on the Switch doesn't require Nintendo's online service. Doesn't require it. I think Paladins on the Switch doesn't require it either. If there is some type of an ecosystem where the system can make money off of it, then they're okay with allowing them to bypass it. Like Warframe, I don't even think requires gold on the Xbox. But it's one of these things.
I don't know. I've always had gold, so
Anthem, blah, blah. Apex doesn't really have that much of a monetary ecosystem. It's not been monetized as much as these other ones have. So I think once we do see that, you'll see Xbox step up and be like, no, we don't require gold for you to play that. You come to our house. It's okay. We've got it too, but and that's me shooting.
You might be right. I don't know. I just remembered that I started playing Fortnite on PlayStation more often because I was inside. It was over the summer and I didn't have Plus yet because I was playing God of War. I was playing games that didn't require Plus.
Yeah.
And then I downloaded, everybody's like, oh, download Apex, is free. So I played that. At that point, I had Plus and I have Xbox Live. So I didn't even realize it. And then you guys were like, and then you said, well, don't you need PlayStation Plus to be able to play it? So I checked on it because I heard maybe you didn't. Checked on it, you don't. But you do need Xbox Live to be able to play it. Granted, you have that, so you can play it on either system. It doesn't matter. But that's the good thing. It's like you, me, and Steadiest could go fucking play it on PlayStation.
Yeah. Which I think she downloaded it. So
Yeah. She said she's gonna download because she said it looked fun. I think that would be a hilarious
It would
fucking
be.
stream.
It would be.
Hilarious, because especially if you two are drinking and I have to be quiet because I'm inside my house.
Well, you've also got to understand, though, she has openly stated that she would kill all of her teammates playing Halo. So,
Mhm.
we
Yeah, but she
gotta-
can't kill us. There's no friendly fire in this one.
okay. I'm just saying, let's just understand. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. She has said herself she is not good at first-person shooters.
And that's fine.
Oh,
That's
so
fine.
if we go into this,
That's
it's for the lols.
it's for us having a good time. That's what it is.
Where's
That being said, it is about time for us to wrap up this amazing episode 31 because Daddy wants to play his new game.
Oh my God! I
Uh-oh.
started it. I'm sorry.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Really?
I started it. I got home.
Hate you.
Cynthia was actually here. Oh, quick story. This is funny. In hindsight, so I got home and the package for it was sitting on my table, and I started cutting it open. I see him. I started cutting it open, and I was like, okay. And I pulled it out, and I was like, this is weird. There's no cellophane around the game. I was like, okay, that's fine. The sticker's here, and the sticker's still intact. Like there's no indication that it was pulled off. And I'm saying to Cynthia, I'm like, this is really weird. There's no cellophane on it, but okay, whatever. I pull the little sticker off and I open it up, and lo and behold, there's no fucking disc inside. And for all of 4.5 seconds, she let me freak the fuck out. And she goes, it's already in the system. It's installing.
Oh.
It's one of these things where she was like, I slowly took the packaging apart so that I could put it back in the Amazon package for one, because it was one of those envelopes. She took the cellophane off, took the sticker off really slowly so that she didn't fuck that up either. I will give her high marks for the fact that she pulled it off, but she could have gone a lot further and letting me freak out before she was like, just hang out. It's in your system. It's loading up. But yeah, I got through a couple of levels. It's made in the RE, the Resident Evil engine, the new Resident Evil engine.
Really?
So apparently, Devil May Cry originally was Resident Evil
It was.
until they were like, oh, we got something else here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And same thing with Onimusha and fucking.
Yep.
Yep. All of it was Resident Evil, and they were like, well.
We could do something totally different with this. Yeah.
So,
In fact, actually, not to get too into a tangent, I love this series. So I'm probably gonna do a thing where I'm gonna stream Sunday after I take care of some errands and taxes and shit like that. Shut up. I'm gonna go ahead. I should be
I'm
getting
gonna do mine too.
I'm gonna stream a whole bunch of it, but I think what I'm gonna do is after I finish that, I may go through and stream all of them in chronological order.
Ooh.
Because
nice.
it's like I've recently been delving back down the rabbit hole of watching videos about the story, and it's like, man, these fucking games are fucking awesome. Except for two, these fucking games are fucking awesome. Even DMC is a really good game in my opinion. Granted, it doesn't fit into this ecosystem because this ecosystem is supposed to be the Sons of Sparta storyline, is what they've called this whole thing. I'm just saying that's what they called it.
That is a surprise face for both your comment and the fact that I just got 30,000 red orbs to start because I have the demo save data on my Xbox.
Nice.
I
Nice.
downloaded it and I never fucked with it.
Oh, rip, fucking rip. All right. So, all right. We're going to end the podcast now. Everybody, thank you for enjoying the video. I know it was long. We don't do these that often anymore, but we always have a good time. And Hater talked a lot more this time, so we enjoyed that. Stay tuned. There will be videos continuing to drop. Hit that subscribe button, slap that bell, hit all the Twitch links in the description, and slap at least a follow button. I mean, you don't have to sub, but I mean, yay.
I would really like for people to sub so that I could get my money from Twitch. They've had it for like a year and a half. I want my money.
Right?
Want my money.
Because you need to make $100 within 30 days. Otherwise, they never pay you.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that all my subscriptions?
Yeah, it is. It's like
Yeah.
I look at it, it's like I got one sub and like a shit ton of bits waiting to come my way, but
Right? I will say though that if I ever get to the point where I can maintain 100 subs at a time, I will give away a game system. Or fucking,
Ooh,
I'll give away a game system.
nice.
I have to maintain month over month 100 subs.
if
And
I
then
can
I'll-
maintain 100 subs for 4 months, I will let Ryan give away a video game system.
See, isn't that generous of him? Go sub to me. All right. Thanks,
It's
everybody.
up to me. I'll give you nothing.
You don't even have a sub button yet.
Nope.
Stream more, get affiliated.
Yeah.
We recommend setting your display to game mode. All right, I'm gonna play Devil May Cry 5. I'm gonna go live in like probably 5 minutes.
You
Okay,
guys have a good one.
I'll turn you on, but I'm gonna be going to bed here in a minute.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Bye.